Howdy everybody, Michael Mass here, and welcome to another edition of When Can We Do This Again? Your tips, tricks, reviews, previews, all things good and maybe not so good about Walt Disney World. This week we are going to talk about fast passes in the Magic Kingdom. Which fast passes you don't need. You won't need these. You'll be wasting time if you get these because the lines are shorter and the lines are longer on other rides. So you definitely don't want to get these fast passes. So if this is your first time here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get inside. So here's the deal, when you head to Magic Kingdom, you get 3 fast passes. Those are free, those are yours to do what you will. But guess what? You can waste those fast passes. You definitely can waste those fast passes. Now I want to give you 2 precursors to the rest of this video. You see this tree? If it is the holiday season from like December 20th to January 4th, throw everything out the window. Every ride's gonna be a long ride, long line. It really doesn't matter. Ride what you want to, ride your favorites, but try to get those, and I'll plug the video up here that are the must fast passes to get in Magic Kingdom. Now 2, if you're traveling with little kids that can't ride every ride in the park, once again, this video might not be of the best of use. I will throw a little tip or 2 in the end of this video for those with smaller kids to make sure you get a couple of these fast passes because those are the longer lines when it comes to rides that everybody can ride. So let's talk about the first ride that you don't need to fast pass. The first thing we're going to talk about is Aladdin's Magic Carpet Ride. You do not need a fast pass for this. It's always 5, 10, 15 minutes on the wait. Busy time in the afternoon, maybe 30 minutes, and by that time you've already used those first 3 fast passes. Mostly what I'm talking about here is those first 3 fast passes that you can get big time rides with. Later on in the day, if you just happen to need a fast pass or run into a fast pass and you want to use it here, do that. But those first 3 fast passes that are really, really valuable, no need to use them here. Like I said, unless it's holiday season and your kid just really, really, really wants to ride Aladdin's Magic Carpet Ride. Let's go on to the next ride. The next ride that you don't need to worry about a fast pass for on most days. This morning it's a 10-minute wait. Usually it gets up to 30, 40, maybe a little bit longer. I would never, I mean, I know some people say this is like the tradition. I would never wait on this ride, more than like 20 minutes max if I had to, because most of the time in the nighttime it slows down and you can get 10 or 15 minutes in. If you get here in the morning, obviously, once again, a quick 10 minutes in, no problem. So definitely don't use that fast pass on Small World. Like I said, unless you just have really tiny kids who really can't do anything else, then this is definitely a classic. The next up on the list right here, it's the Mad Tea Party. Yes, doesn't need a fast pass. 5-minute wait right now. Like, it rarely gets above 30. I mean, like I said, mid-afternoon maybe, but that's the max. I mean, would you rather spend an hour and a half in line for, I don't know, Splash Mountain, or literally 5 minutes in line for this? If you use that fast pass here, you're spending an hour and a half for Splash. So I would definitely skip the fast pass here on the Mad Tea Party. Yes, another classic. You guessed it. I know everybody has to ride it. Some people just have to ride Dumbos Flying Elephant. But guess what? You don't need a fast pass for it most days. Yes, I'm here a little early in the morning filming this, but it's a 15-minute wait right now. Later in the day it gets to a 30, 45. I know a couple years back when I took the family, my nieces and nephew, my sister, everybody out here, we actually stood in line for this. But guess what? Even if you stand in line for this, right behind me in this building is like a playground. So you get this buzzer and this wait thing, and you go in there and you play until it's your turn to ride. They buzz you and you come out. So even waiting in this line is really not a bad thing all the way around. So this is another one of those rides that, look, they have 2. Yes, there's 2 of them even. So the capacity is pretty decent, and like I said, the wait is not ever terrible, unless it's the holiday season. So definitely, once again, forget about that fast pass for Dumbo unless it's later in the day. Okay guys, so I told you earlier that we're gonna talk about things that you can fast pass if you have little ones, and you go ahead and take my advice and skip those other fast passes. As well, I have 2 more that I just thought of that we're gonna throw in as honorable mentions that you shouldn't fast pass at the end of this. So the first thing that you definitely should consider a fast pass for is Tomorrowland Speedway. The waits get really long here, the capacity is not that great, and I know that on a normal basis it's a 60, 65, 70 minute wait just to ride Tomorrowland Speedway. So definitely consider Tomorrowland Speedway in those fast passes if you have little ones that can't ride all the rides in the park, that can't ride Space, can't ride Splash, those type of rides. As well, the other thing we're gonna talk about here, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, those waits also can get really long during the day. I will say usually at night they go away, but during the daytime, the wait for that, and kids love that ride. Kids just love that ride. I was really disappointed a few years ago when I was here and my nephew didn't get to ride that ride because it was under refurbishment. So kids love that ride. Definitely consider Space Ranger Spin, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin as one of those must fast passes if you have a little one and you're not gonna waste them on the other 4 that I've talked about today. So I told you I was gonna give you 2 more. I'm gonna give a bonus 4 more. 4 more rides that are on the fringe that really don't ever need fast passes. One of them's an attraction and 3 of them are rides. How about the Little Mermaid? The Little Mermaid, it really never needs a fast pass. Usually even middle of the day, that line is pretty easy to get through. Another one is Goofy Sky Coaster. Now that line can get longer during the middle of the day as well, but most of the time, like I said, unless you have a little one, it's not needed for a fast pass. What is another one here? I thought I had like several, didn't I? I had several. Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna want, it like slipped my mind there. You don't want to really spend a fast pass on Mickey's PhilharMagic. Really, that ride, or that attraction, it seats such a huge capacity. They get people through there really quickly. The longest I've ever seen it is like 40 minutes. 40 minutes during a busy season. During a regular season, like, you might have to wait 10, 15 minutes just for one show to finish, and so you bring in for the next show. Last but not least, you really don't need to worry about Fast Pass and Prince Charming's Carousel. What's funny is I'm questioning right now if there is even a Fast Pass for that. That's how little you need Fast Passes for Prince Charming's Regal Carousel. Did I say it right? Hopefully I said it right there even. That would be a little embarrassing if I got it wrong. But yeah, it's either Regal or Royal Carousel. But you don't really need a Fast Pass for it. The lines move pretty fast. I just passed it. It was like literally a walk-on. And most times of the day, it never gets over 30. Like I said, once again, busy season changes everything. So definitely ignore that if you're coming during like the Christmas rush, December 20th through January like 6th, somewhere in that range. All of this stuff you almost can throw out the window. You might as well get what you can get. Get the more important ones first. But if you can't get them, get what you want after that, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've enjoyed this video, guys, make sure to hit that like button. If this is your first time here, join the friends and family and hit the subscribe button, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Until next time, I hope to see you again so we can do this again.